Happy Wednesday evening. I hope you are having a great Wednesday. For some reason, I keep feeling like it's the next day already. Like yesterday, I woke up and was like, oh, it's Wednesday, but it was only Tuesday. And today, I woke up and I'm like, okay, it's Thursday, but no, it's still only Wednesday, which is good, I guess, which gives me more time, which is all I've ever asked for is more time. So I'm glad to have more time. This will be the last weekly live meal planning for 2020. I'm going to give myself 2 weeks off. At the end of the year, I'll still be planning my meals for myself and my family, but I just won't be putting out the meal plan on the website or doing the live video until January. But you can always go into my archives on what'sworkinghere.com, and under weekly menu, you can drop down and look at all of the many menus that I've shared over the last 5 years. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you, and we will get down to our meal planning. If this is your first time joining me for the meal planning, I break my meal planning sessions down into 3 different sections. On Wednesday, I sit down and plan. On Thursday, I write my grocery list, and then on Friday, I actually go to the grocery store. So that makes it a lot less overwhelming. So the first thing I do is I actually go to my own website and pull up the template from the last week. I follow Portion Fix. I follow Meal Plan B. So I also have templates on the website for all the other meal plans. If you need to find those, they're in the resource library. So plans A through F. I've got time nutrition, morning, noon, and night is for A through F as well. So this started as a time nutrition plan, and then I've kind of tweaked it a little bit to change up the containers to how I need them. Now, one thing, I've updated my Microsoft Word, so now I have whatever the cloud-based version is, and so I've noticed that whenever I go and I save a new version, it changes the colors of my containers, because that's a lot of orange containers, and I don't get that many orange containers. And it freaked me out at first, and all the purples disappeared. I was like, what is going on? My smart friend told me all I need to do is go into, where can I find it? Design, maybe? And go to colors. And I just need to go and choose the old school Office 2007, 2010 colors there. And then it'll reset the colors to what they're supposed to be. Yay! So I was a little freaked out about that. So just go into colors, and yeah, so when I first created this, I think I had Office 2008 or something like that. So that's the color scheme we're working with here. So the first thing I do is I download the meal plan template, then I go in and put the dates on there and anything that's going on. So like I booked my son a doctor's appointment for Monday since he'll be out of school. And then I made note that we'll probably eat out because it's around lunchtime. And since we'll be out, we'll probably choose to eat out that day. And then he's got some training. I don't know if they're having it next week, but wrote it down just in case. Next week is Christmas Eve and Christmas. So I wrote those down, and I've tried to think through a little bit, but I haven't quite thought all the way through what we're going to do for those and if the containers will still line up. But we're about to experience that together. So we shall see. All right, so starting at the top, the way I make my meal planning is easy is for meal 1 is my Shakeology every day. I like all the nutrients and vitamins it has in it, so I drink my Shakeology first thing. And then for meal 2, I pick 2 for the week, and then I alternate them. And then for meal 3, which is usually lunch, I usually have leftovers from the night before, or like towards the weekends, it'll be like a salad or a sandwich. And then meal 4, I do the same thing as meal 2. It's kind of my afternoon snack. So I just pick 2 for the week, and then I alternate them, which only leaves me to have to plan my dinners, because then dinners become lunch the next day, and that makes life really, really easy. So let's start from the top. I start with my Shakeology. So one of the things you can see that I've kind of mixed up here is I've put some days I'll do the green, red, and yellow like it is on Time Nutrition. And there were some days where I just did the red and yellow and then dropped the green down to have an extra green for lunch. So you can do those things if you need to. So let's make this. I did finally make the breakfast scramble this week, and it was delicious. I'm going to make this a ham and spinach omelet. Ham and spinach omelet. And let's make that with breakfast potatoes. potatoes. And so I'm going to go ahead and copy that. I'll probably add some mushrooms to it too. And then, like I said, I'm going to alternate that. So that'll be on Sunday. That'll be on Tuesday. Drop down to Thursday. And then Saturday. And while I have it on the calendar alternated, sometimes I might eat it 2 days in a row. And when you kind of deviate from the meal plan, especially since I've kind of mixed the containers up, you just have to be aware of what containers you need to have for your day. And then on Sundays, like I said, I usually leave that open for like a salad or sandwich. Sometimes we'll grab something from Panera or something like that. And then, all right, so meal 4. So usually that one is a green, blue, and a purple. And I am going to grab my cards for some ideas because I don't know if I want to keep that or just do it like I have it. Oh, I could make the muffins this week. Let's see. I haven't done the carrots and hummus in a while. Oh, let's do this. Okay, so I am going to use, so I'm using my meal planning cards. These are the color combo meal cards. And if you go to my website, what'sworkinghere.com, you scroll down, you'll find them on the side. But I've got the colors at the top here. So this is a green, purple, blue, and then it tells me what the meal idea is. And then on the back, it has the ingredients you need for it. So, and it's just helpful to kind of jog your memory and mix things up. So for one day, I'll do the caprese salad and apples. And so I will make this. Did I drop them all down like that? I did. I'm going to move that container back up if it will let me. Okay. If it's happy with that. All right. Okay. Stop moving. Too many. Okay. I'll make it pretty later. All right, so I'll have that for my meal 4, and then I'll alternate it. So I'm going to copy that. So then it comes down here on Tuesday, and then we'll get rid of this extra green. And then down here on Thursday. I think we're probably going to tweak some things on Thursday, but for now, that's what we'll do. And then on Saturday. Okay, and then the second thing I said I would do, so I'm going to go ahead and plan my next meal 4. Go ahead and get the containers lined up right. I'm going to do the carrots and hummus. What do I have with this? Oh, grapes. Carrots and hummus and grapes. And then I'll alternate that, so that'll be on Monday and Wednesday and Friday. Maybe, we'll see. That'll probably get changed, but we'll see. Okay, so there is that. So I've got my meal 4's planned. All right, so Sunday, I figured I haven't had salmon in a while, so I think I will do the teriyaki salmon, and this is a recipe you can find on the What's Working Here website with I'll probably do rice noodles and snap peas, and then I've got my orange containers, so I'll add some sesame seeds. Okay, and then that will end up being, oh, it won't be lunch. Okay, so we'll just eat, so I'll get just enough. I'll make just enough to have for dinner. And that's fine, because that one doesn't usually make a ton of leftovers. All right, so then the next day we've got our Shakeology. Okay, so what I did here, instead of having a green, red, and yellow for meal 2, I moved a green up and threw it in my shake, which is super easy. You can do it with spinach, kale, frozen rice cauliflower. Very easy. Get the green in, and then I just made this a red and a yellow. I think my son wanted me to make waffles, so let's do waffle and turkey bacon. So now I'm going to alternate that meal 2. So now I've knocked out all the meals except for dinner. So this shouldn't take us too much longer, but we will go over holidays. Thursday, and then on Friday. Okay, so and I said I was going to eat out here. We planned that. Okay, so Monday, since that's training night and I usually take the boys, I went to Pinterest and I looked in my slow cooker board, and I'm going to choose this slow cooker lasagna soup. And I think it have spinach in it? If it doesn't have spinach in it, I'm going to add some spinach to it for some extra vegetables. So, okay, so lasagna soup. And then we'll have that for lunch the next day. And then be sure if you are going to add like extra cheese to it, then you would need to drop down the blue to put as your cheese. And one thing I've learned about myself that I need to do is when I schedule a crock-pot meal, I need to set a calendar reminder for when I need to start the crock-pot. The best case scenario would be if Sunday night I put everything in the crock-pot and got it ready, and then on Monday I set a calendar reminder of when I need to take it out of the refrigerator and turn it on. Let's see if that actually happens. But that would be the best case scenario. That would be the smartest thing to do. Don't know if I'll actually do it, but we'll see. Okay. So that was going to be the slow cooker meal. And then, oh, I know the other meal that I wanted to make. Okay. See, I'm seeing a lot of noodles happening here. Lasagna soup has noodles. The other thing I wanted to make was the Swedish meatballs. So if I do rice noodles, then that's more rice and it's not wheat. These can be wheat-based or egg noodles. And then I'll go ahead and do the Swedish meatballs here because that sounds delicious. And the Swedish meatballs are from, I think they're from the Fixate 2 cookbook. But I'll write in parentheses whenever I publish this on the website where it's from. Swedish meatballs. And then I think it's Swedish meatball stroganoff or something. I don't know. I'll make it look right for you whenever it's time to publish it. And then we'll have that for lunch the next day. And that's something I know the whole family will eat. And so for these days now that my son is going to be home from school, he usually buys his school lunch. I know, not the best nutrition probably, but he usually buys his school lunch. And so when he's home, I got to make sure that I have some things on hand. So I just usually have some whole wheat bread and some sandwich meat. We like those Jimmy Dean breakfast bowls that have like the bacon and potatoes in them. He can heat those up on his own too. So yeah, sometimes he eats those for lunch or dinner. Doesn't matter. All right, and then I wanted to work in some tamales. So usually we go over to a friend's house on Christmas Eve, and I'm not sure if we're going to or not. So I'm gonna go ahead and work in the tamales here. Tamales, and I do usually have them with rice. Do we have beans with them? I think we just have them with rice. And then I could do some bell pepper on the side. And that would be the green. And then we'll have that for lunch. And then on Christmas Eve, this should be fine. We don't really do anything special. I will say for Christmas breakfast, we usually do cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls. So that'll be a yellow. And then I do turkey little smokies. And that'll be my red. Okay. Christmas Eve, we'll either eat, I think we'll probably be eating out. And then on Christmas Day, I'm going to say we're going to have these leftover tamales. I'll make sure I get enough to spread through 3 meals. We can have those for lunch because then we end up having Christmas with my family in the evening. And this year we're doing a Hawaiian Christmas theme. So I'm excited about that. That will be fun. All right. How come did I just not switch the Christmas stuff? That's fine. Because we usually end up with like meats and cheese and snacks and... All right, and then this will be our Hawaiian Christmas. And then will I be perfect on my containers on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day? No. No, and it's not a big deal. It's 2 days, and then I'll get right back on track on Saturday-ish, but definitely by the next week I'll be back on track, back to eating my containers like I know I need to. So it will not be a big deal. All right, so that is the week, and like I said, I will link to the recipes or tell you which Fix8 cookbook that they're in when I publish this on Friday. But if you have questions about meal planning, feel free to send me a message, and I'd also love to hear what you and your family are planning to eat for Christmas this year. Have a very happy holiday season, and I will see you guys in 2021.